Steve Andrews is giving a voice to the voiceless and taking the powerful to task. Now, a Target 8 investigation.
It detected no evidence of his cancer. Now, the VA rejects his claim for benefits, stating it found no evidence of Agent Orange exposure. How close did they look, though? That's a question worth asking the Department of Veterans Affairs.
Yeah, the VA on Wednesday deep-sixed a claim by a Pasco County veteran who is deathly ill and blames exposure to Agent Orange. They delayed, they denied, and now Target 8 senior investigative reporter Steve Andrews asks if the VA is waiting for this veteran to die.
You know, the VA doctors missed his cancer, claiming his back pain was arthritis. Now, in this veteran's darkest hour, they see no proof of Agent Orange exposure. What are they looking at? For Navy veteran Lonnie Kilpatrick, every day is a fight. He's battling stage 4 cancer the VA failed to detect. He struggles to understand how the VA determined his illness is not service-connected. Lonnie was stationed on Guam during the Vietnam War. He regularly boarded C-123s to remove and decode classified recorded enemy communications. Many 123s sprayed Agent Orange. According to Commander John Wells of Military Veterans Advocacy, proving now that a particular plane sprayed is difficult.
We'd really have to have the tail numbers to check.
Lonnie worked around runway perimeters, locations that were heavily sprayed.
I was spraying 2 and 3 trailerfuls a day.
Air Force veteran LEROY Foster told me more than a year ago he sprayed hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of gallons of Agent Orange around Guam military installations and apartment complexes.
I was spraying the most deadliest substance on earth, and I am responsible for it.
The Kilpatricks lived in a complex bordered by jungle.
After they sprayed, it just turned a burnt orange, made everything dusty. Everything died. It just died quick.
John Wells thinks that's the more likely source of exposure, along with drinking water, which came from 2 aquifers.
Both of them have been contaminated and have TCDD, which is the dioxin, as well as Silvex, which is kind of Agent Orange on steroids.
Lonnie later developed ischemic heart disease, a condition tied to Agent Orange. If that isn't enough evidence, wife Sheila challenges the VA to examine their children.
All my kids, they all have something, heart problems. We've pulled up all this information to link to Agent Orange.
Bottom line here is the Department of Defense claims it has no records showing Agent Orange was shipped to Guam. Doesn't matter if it has records or not. The dioxin is showing up in soil and water samples there, and I'm told those shipping records are routinely destroyed after 2 years. We're talking 40 years later. Of course they're gone.
Right. Nowhere to be found. What happens next?
Well, I got a call late last night, just before 11, and just a few moments ago from Congressman Gus Bilirakis. He carries some weight as the vice chair of the Veterans Affairs Committee. Lonnie and Sheila Kilpatrick are his constituents in his district. He told me he is getting involved. We're going to stay involved. He said that some of Lonnie's medical records are still classified. He's hoping the VA will declassify them. Maybe they'll find some evidence and they'll have a reconsideration of this decision.
That could be a game changer.
A lot of wheels turning.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, great work. Thank you for that.
Sure.
And if you have a problem you want Steve to investigate, you can call this helpline. There it is, 1-800-338-0808.